Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Turfway Park here on Saturday. It is March 17th, 2018. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Turfway, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. It's the Spiral Stakes Day, or as it's now known, the Jeff Ruby Stakes race. It's the road to the Kentucky Derby, even though this year I believe the race is not worth as many points as it has been in the last few years. I believe in years past it's been 50 points. I believe it's down to 10. But maybe you'll see a horse in the Derby from this race this year. But most likely you'll probably see horses coming out of this race to run in the big three-year-old turf races of the year, like the Belmont Derby, the Secretariat, those kind of races. But it's an excellent card from Turfway, so let's get on to it. We're going to look at the stakes races, races 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Races 6, 7, 8, 9, and the featured 10th race, which is the Spiral Stakes, or is it now known as the Jeff Ruby Stakes? And also, a bit off subject. Well, it's not on. It's on subject. It's the return of the Kentucky Classic Stakes. So just keep that in mind. That's coming up in race number 8, the Kentucky Cup Classic. So we'll get to that. But we're going to start off at race number 6 now. The first leg of the All Stakes Pick 5. The sixth race, it's the 36th running of Latonia Stakes per $75,000. It's fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 14 horses, but only 12 could go. The distance of ground of 1,600 meters or 1 mile on the all-weather poly track. 1,600 meters, 1 mile. My top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse here, Susie B. Gonna go 5-1-4-8 in the superfecta, 5-1-4-8 super. Top pick number 5, Susie B. 6-1. Mike Maker trains this one. Tyler Gaffleone comes in from South Florida to ride this English Channel trained 6-year-old mare. Most recently, his horse had to start the 17th of February at the Fairgrounds, mile 16th in the Alstel Memorial. His horse finished 9th by 9.5 lengths that day. Wide posture, really just couldn't get to it that day. It was wide throughout, and it just wasn't his day to win. I think coming here to the Tapeta, where you'll see a quicker pace to run to get a good closing kick from, I do think this horse should run a lot better. Start before Sam Houston, mile 16th in the Houston Distaff. This horse finished 3rd by 3.25 lengths. Was last early, but had a great turn of foot at the end. Just missed, but it wasn't a bad run. And then a Gulfstream, a mile and off 75 claimer on the 26th of December. Horse won by 1.25 lengths. Sat towards the back of the pack that day. Closed up well and had a great victory. He's stepping on the synthetic for the first time. I don't think that should be a problem. I think he should like it because he handles turf very well. So watch out for him here today. So to recap my bets for the 6th from Turfway, it's the 36th running of Latonia Stakes. Gonna go with the 5 horse Susie B. Gonna go 5-1-4-8 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Turfway. The 7th race, it's the 31st running of the Rushaway per $75,000. It's for 3-year-olds. Field of 13 horses, but only 12 could go. The distance of ground of 1,700 meters or 1 mile and 1/16 on the all-weather poly track. And I'm probably the odd man out. I actually love all-weather racing. I know it's a lot of people in America hate it, but I personally think it's a lot better for the horses, and you see a lot of horses really like it. I think you'll see turf horses that would normally go away for the winter stay around at the all-weather fixtures to run during the winter, but I don't know why people hate it. I personally think if it's better for the horses' feet, they should just make every race course in America, with a few exceptions, all weather. The few exceptions are the places where the weather is so bad where they can't really support an all-weather race course, mainly where it's very warm and the race course would melt. But I'm the odd man out that thinks that probably, but who cares? My top pick in this Rushaway, I like the number 6 horse Road to Damascus. Gonna go 6-1-9-2 in the superfecta, 6-1-9-2 super. Top pick number 6 Road to Damascus, 6-1. Top Pletcher trains a Stereo Colt by Pioneer of the Nile. Drain Van Dyke comes in from Southern California to ride this one for the China Horse Club, who's partnering with Windstar. Most recently, his horse had to start on President's Day at Oaklawn. Muddy going, mile 16th into Grade 3 Southwest. Horse finished 9th by 21 lengths. Stalked early and then just dueled early, shall I say. He dueled early and then hit the wall. The closers got to him. It just wasn't his day to win. But I think coming to the all-weather today, where this horse could probably set some easy fractions on the front with a race that doesn't have so much speed, I do think he could get away with it. Start before Tampa Bay, mile 40 in the main special weight for $20,000 in early January. This horse won by a neck that day. Stalked early and then had a good fight down the stretch, and he got his neck in front. A decent race. And then at Gulfstream, 6 furlongs, main special weight 4 2,000. Horse finished 4th by 11 lengths. I don't think he's a sprinter. I think he's more towards a mile to a mile 16th. He really never got there. He never really was into the race, I noticed. But I think coming here to the all-weather, he should run well. At 6 to 1, I think it's great odds, so watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Turfway, it's the 31st Rushaway. Gonna go with the 6 horse, A Road to Damascus. Gonna go 6-1-9-2 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 8. And the 8th race is return of the 18th running of the Kentucky Cup Classic. Purse $100,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground here of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the all-weather poly track. And this race used to be run in the fall, late summer, early fall, in the midpoint of September, when Turfway used to have the September meet, shall we say. Now it's Churchill has it because they kind of took it over because they wanted it, and Turfway just said, okay, well, without a fight. But this race, you used to have some very nice horses running it. If you look at the history of this race, it has a great history. Some of these horses went on to it was an important British Cup prep race, the Kentucky Cup Classic races. It's good to see this race come back. You have some decent horses running in it. My top pick, I like the number 9 horse from the outside, Camelot Kitten. Gonna go 9-3-8-10 in the superfecta. 9-3-8-10 super. Top pick number 9, Camelot Kitten. 6 to 1. It's 5-year-old horse by Kitten's Joy. Rafael Hernandez is on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 28th of January at Sam Houston. 1.5 miles in the John Connolly. This horse finished 4th by 5 1/4 lengths. It was basically last going down the back stretch of the final time around, but had a great turn of foot at the end. He got 4th. It wasn't a bad run for that 4th place finish from where he was closing from. I think with a good pace in this race, he can get a good closing kick to run with, and I do think he should run well. Start before the 16th of December at Gulfstream, 1 mile in the Tropical Turf Stakes. Horse finished 6th by 2.5 lengths. It's just sat about mid-pack most of the race, and really just couldn't get a good closing kick that day. It wasn't his day to win. Turf course at Gulfstream doesn't really play towards deep closes like this one. And then the 9th of October at Belmont, 1 mile and 1/8 inner turf course in the Knickerbocker. His horse finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths. Sat about mid-pack. The inner turf course at Belmont is speed. This horse, closures do not do well there, and this horse really just never did anything that day. And then at Belmont, mile 16th inner turf course, Ops 100. He finished 4th by 1.5 lengths. He closed up a little bit that day, but like I said, you want a horse that has speed, and the winner definitely had speed that day. His last victory came in the Hill Prince of 2016 at Belmont, where he won by head and won the rare races where a horse closes from the back of the pack. He had a great turn of foot and just won nicely. But since then, he's been facing tougher horses, never really getting there. I do think in this race, not so tough horses, he should run well. So he'll be my top pick here. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Turfway, it's the 18th running of the Kentucky Cup Classic. Gonna go with the number 9 horse, Camelot Kitten. Gonna go 9-3-8-10 in the superfecta. 9-3-8-10 superfecta. And looks like my cat, looking over here, a bit off subject, but looks like my cat, I have my door closed because when the cats are in here when I do these previews, the cats like to jump on me, and then I have to stop the video and move them out. So lately I've been locking him out of my room while I do these previews, and if I could take a picture of it, his paw is underneath the door like, let me in. There's nothing fun in here. I don't know why they're like coming in here anyway, but in a few minutes they'll be back in here. Back to race number 9 now from Turfway, back to the regularly scheduled program. The 9th race from Turfway. It's the 36th running of the DRF Bets Bourbon at Oaks. Grade 3, purse $100,000. It's fillies 3-year-olds. Field 11 3-year-olds fillies going the 1,600-meter trip or 1 mile on the main track. Excuse me. 1,600 meters, 1 mile. Top pick in this race, I like the number 10 horse. Going to go to the outside again, to the 10 horse Bet wins. I bet she does. I'm going to go 10-11-2-8 in the superfecta. 10-11-2-8 super. Top pick number 10. Bet she wins. 3-1. 3-0 Philly by First Samurai. Alman Jimenez gets the leg up. This horse's most recent outing came on the 6th of October at Keelan. Mile 16th in the Grade 1 Alcibiades. She finished 6th by 9.5 lengths and sat about mid-pack most of the race. Had a trouble trip early and just, you should know, she just wasn't really there. Has never had a good click. I think off the layoff back to synthetic, where this horse really runs well, she should have a decent run. Start before 9th September at Arlington, 7 furlongs in the Arlington, Washington Lassie Stakes. This horse won by 9.5 lengths, broke on top that day, but she broke on top by hitting the gate and then went towards the back of the pack, but had a good turn of foot afterwards. Had a very good, easy victory. Again before that, Arlington on the turf course, 1 mile, August 26th, main special weight 28,000, finished second by 2 3/4 lengths. She broke second, but hit the gate again going out of the gate. But she closed up well that day to get second, and then later on got a victory through a disqualification. Which personally, if you watch the replay, I don't think the winner should have really got taken down. I think this horse, the winner didn't cause that much interference, even though this horse got placed up. It was a weird disqualification, I think. And then before that, this horse ran at Arlington 1 mile, August 6th, first career out of main special weight 28,000. Horse finished third by 4.5 lengths. Didn't break all that well, but had a great turn of foot at the end. She'll see a great pace to run with today, and if she breaks okay, she should run well, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Turfway, it's the 36th Bourbon at Oaks. Gonna go with the 10 horse bet she wins. Gonna go 10-11-2-8 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Turfway. The 10th race, it's the 47th running of the Jeff Ruby Stakes. Purse, it's grade 3 purse, $200,000. Oh, they lowered the purse. I thought it was $500, but it's $200,000 now. It's races for 3-year-olds here. Field of 12 horses, a dozen horses going the 1,800 meter trip, or 1 mile and 1/8 on the all-weather poly track. 1,800 meters, mile and 1/8. Top pick in this race, I like the number 3 horse here. Number 3, Archie Yellows. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm going to go 3-4-7-8 in the superfecta. 3-4-7-8 super. Top pick number 3, Archie Yellows. Whatever. 6-1. This real colt by Temple City. Rafael Hernandez gets leg up on this Michael Dickinson train. 3-0 colt by Temple City. Most recently, this horse had to start 2nd of December at Woodbine, mile 16th in the display. This horse finished 4th by 5 lengths and sat 4th most of the race. Was bumped a little bit, was wide, and just really couldn't get a good closing kick. It wasn't his day to win. It was very troubled. But before that, the 1st of October at Woodbine, mile 16th in the Grade 3 Gray Stakes, he won by 2 1/4 lengths, sat towards the back of the pack, but got the lead and took off clear. Great turn of foot at almost 10-1 for this horse. All around great race. And then 2 weeks earlier, the 24th of September at Laurel, mile 16th, main special weight 40,000. Horse won by half length. Just stalked that day and had a great victory at the end. Great turn of foot, all around great race. This horse has great position on this race to sit just off the tracking pair, and I do think, he should run well. Something I also like about this horse, Michael Dixon sent this horse to Turfway a week earlier to get accustomed to the poly track. He had a workout here, 10th of March. 6-round workout, 1:13 and 2/5 of a second, best workout to that morning. Before that, he was training at Michael Dickinson's Topeka farm, where he put on some decent works. I like him here off the layoff, so watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Turfway, it's the 47th running of the Jeff Ruby Stakes. Gonna go with the 3 horse. Gonna go 3-4-7-8 in the superfecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck.